Hello, I am Neon from EuGaming. Guild Wars 2 not long till it's released now, and I cannot wait. Still playing Guild Wars 1, trying to get that Hall of Monuments finished. I don't think I'm going to do it, but I wanted to create a quick start guide for Guild Wars 2. So when you get in, you automatically know what you need to do, and you're familiar with the game. This guide may not help people who have played the beta, but you may learn something you've not seen in the beta before. So let's start. Let's go from tip 1. Right, so first one contains the options. Normally when people get in there, they go to the options to do their key bindings. That's not what I'm going to talk about. So you're going to want to press escape, click options, or press F12, it's up to you. And halfway down you will see some checkboxes, and these two won't be checked. They're called auto loot and fast cast ground targeting. So if you tick these, auto loot will basically let you press spam F next to dead bodies and it will just auto loot it. And fast cast ground targeting will let you any abilities you have that you need to place on the ground, instead of clicking it then clicking the floor, instead you can just click it, and wherever your mouse cursor is, it will place it there. So it reduces the amount of clicks that you're going to need, and will make combat a lot faster. It can get a little bit fiddly sometimes, so it's up to you if you want it on or not, but I found it useful. Like clicking and then placing it, or pressing the keys and placing it, it could be annoying. Also, you can see there the clock. You can change it. It's automatically off. That may change in release, but you can choose local time or server time, and it will appear on the map at the bottom there. Okay, next tip. Okay, tip number 2. You just load up the game, you don't know what class to play. Well, there's an easy way to check out the class you want. Simply make a character, get through their intro zone. Takes about 2, maybe 5 minutes, not long. Once you get out there, you can get into the real world, press H straight away, and you'll see the tabs at the side on the menu. You're going to want to go to the PvP tab, and click Heart in the Mists. Go to Heart of the Mists. Once you go there, you'll be in a PvP area. You'll need to do something first. For the first time you go there, you just have to run to the other side of the map, talk to someone, and it'll take you to the actual area. And this will bump you up to level 80. So it will unlock every single skill for that class, and also give you 2 weapons. When you spawn, if you turn right and go up the stairs, as shown on the video, there'll be a weaponsmith standing on a pillar of some sort, and you can go to him, weapon merchant, and he will have a bunch of weapons, every single weapon, PvP weapons, and they're free of charge. So go there, buy the weapons for your class, try them out, and you can see if you like that class or not. It's definitely worth doing, because there's so many classes in Guild Wars 2, and finding the right one is important. So you don't have to play a character, level it up to so many levels, and find out you don't like it. It's best off actually doing this and going here first. Okay, tip number 3. So still in the Heart of the Mists. Say you've got a few friends you want to play with, but you've all picked different races and you've all spawned in different starting zones. Well, pick a starting zone you all want to meet in, say the human, and to get there, when you spawn in Heart of the Mists, you'll see a purple portal or sewer gate in front of you, and this will take you to Lion's Arch. So go through here. Okay, now you're in Lion's Arch. So you see some portals behind you, just ignore them, they take you to Wilvy World. You got there are some portals in Lion's Arch that take you to all the different starting zones. See on that island over there, that's where we're going to go. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward it here. It's quite a long trek at normal speed. See this waypoint here? It's worth getting. Get that one, it gives you some XP as well. Then we go over this bridge, and you can look at Lion's Arch if you want, or go straight to the portals. It's up to you. There's another waypoint by the portals, make sure you get that, because you can travel right there next time and it won't cost you anything. So just take a left, and here we go. Sharp turn, and you'll see a bridge over to the island with all the portals on. Now, it does tell you where they take you if you go really close to the portals and hover over the circle, but the easy way to tell is they have the races standing outside each portal. So there's the Norn, there's the Char, there's the Safari, and there's the Asura. And this last one is the human, so this is the one you would want to go to if you're going to the human starting zone. So just simply go through it. And they take you to the cities of that race, so we're in Definitive Reach now. It's a bit of a maze to get out of when you first go there, because you don't have any waypoints, but you can see on the map how far we travelled down the bottom there to Lion's Arch, and then we've gone to the human city. So go out and you can meet your friends. Tip number 4. This one's about exploration. In other MMOs you don't tend to explore because you don't get much out of it. In Guild Wars 2 they've made it important to explore. This is basically because of the waypoints, but what I recommend is when you first get into the game, use the tip I just said about travel to the cities, and travel to all of them and explore them all, because you're going to get experience for finding the vistas and the waypoints there. That could give you some really good starting XP for your character. Because what tends to happen, as you get to the end of some zones, you do feel underleveled, but with that extra experience from exploring the cities, you're not. You won't need to go to other zones and get that extra experience. Also, it helps later on as well. Say if if you're in the human area and you've got the waypoints in the Char City, then you can just travel over there without using the portals. It does cost money, but you should have enough money later on, and it just helps. You're gonna have to do it eventually. Also, vistas. Some vistas require you to jump, do a little jumping puzzle to get to them, but they all give you experience. Also, when you're questing, get all the waypoints. Waypoints give you experience. They're useful to travel around the zone. Also on the map there's these things called point of interest. They're the little squares on the map, and when you go close to them you reveal them. And they're basically just iconic buildings or places, but they give you experience if you find them as well. Also, when you are questing or exploring, the mobs, they gain experience over time, and it's not capped. So if you kill mobs that haven't been killed for a while, then you're going to get more experience than you would mobs that are on like a main road or something and getting killed all the time by people. So maybe it's worth exploring the corners of the zones rather than areas where there's players all the time, just to get that little experience that might be helpful later on. I think that's it. Another tip I've got is press 0 and open the Black Lion Trading Company. If you go to boosts, here you've got an experience boost. Gain additional 50 experience from kills for 1 hour, and it costs 150. Well, that's quite a bit, and I'm not saying you should get gems and buy real money. The gems are quite expensive, I think. Yeah, £8.50 for 800 gems. So it's up to you if you want to do that. But what I recommend is, when you get 1 gold, you can trade. If you click the second one here, currency exchange, you can trade gold for gems. So click that, and then you can like see how much your gold is worth. So if you put 1 gold in, say you get 1 gold, you get 160. Well, that's enough for. In fact, let's try 90 silver. Okay, 95 silver. Okay, 95 or 94 even. Okay, 94 silver. If you get 94 silver, you can afford and trade it. You can afford an experience boost, which costs 150. This will help you level up in the game faster. Most likely worth it. Like, there's no mounts to save your money for in Guild Wars 2. Of course, you're gonna need your money at the end, but I'm sure there's fast ways to get it with farming. I'm sure people will find strategies to gain money. So it might be worth just spending your gold you get on this experience boost if you really want to level up faster. Tip 6: play with your friends. Guild Wars 2 doesn't hinder you with partying up and questing with your friends like they do in other MMOs. They actually give you more experience for it, and your friends are not gonna ninja items off you. You're not gonna get less items because you all get your own loot. So play with your friends, basically. Right. So next tip is all about questing. Let's start off with these dynamic event people, NPCs, whatever they're called. Hot quests. Before you fill these in, the heart is empty, and if I talk to this guy, he has nothing for me. But what people tend to miss if they haven't played the game before is when you fill it in, like this one here, and you talk to him, he will actually have rewards for you, and you use these, and you use karma to buy these rewards, and you get karma by just doing the dynamic events. It's definitely worth checking these out every time you complete one of these quests, because they've always got good loot, and they're always upgrades to your armor. It's sort of like the rewards you get at completing a quest in another MMO, but with these you have to actually spend points to get them. So make sure you check these out every time you complete one. Next one for questing is, you'll get these dynamic events, these heart quests, but the thing is they're there all the time. When a event pops up on the map, like a boss or something, make sure you prioritize them before you actually do the heart quest, because these events don't last forever, and if there's a lot of people there, it could be over in a matter of seconds, and these events are going to give you some extra XP, some extra karma, and it's definitely worth doing. If you see these events, go straight to them, ignore the heart quest, because they're not there for long. They scale up as you get to new zones. There's more and more of them, but early on there's not that many, and like I said before, at the end of the starting zone you tend to be a bit underleveled, so if you can do as many of these as you can, then you're going to get a decent amount of XP out of it. Okay, next one. This one involves getting you money. I don't actually have footage for this one, but using the Black Lion Trading Company menu, the auction house travels with you. You don't actually need to go to a city and talk to a vendor there. You can use it wherever you are. But if you go to your inventory and you find an item that you can't use, and it's a really good value item, blue or green, then right click it. Don't sell it to a vendor. Right click it, and you have the option to put it on the auction house. It's very easy. You can put it on there, sell it for money, and it's just so easy and simple, and you'll get the money in your mail. It's definitely worth doing instead of selling it to a vendor, and it's going to get you more money, and that more money you can buy more experience for using the currency converter. So yeah, do that. Okay, the next one's about guilds. Being in a guild in Guild Wars 2, you get bonuses that the guild master and officers pick. These can range from PvE to PvP, so you're best off picking a PvE guild to level up. They can pick bonuses ranging from getting extra experience from killing mobs, getting extra karma to buy items from, will rewield bonuses for forts and things like that. Quite even gathering, crafting experience. So it's definitely worth going into a guild, even if you don't want to just be there for the bonuses. You can get a little boost out of it. Okay, I've got a few quick tips to finish it off. I feel like these are important and they need to be mentioned, but not into too much detail. So let's start off with crafting. Crafting gives you experience in Guild Wars 2, and you can also sell the items you get in the auction house to get some extra money. Next, personal story, very important. You get a high amount of experience, karma and money from doing these, so it's well worth your time. If you're playing with friends, just maybe take a time out now and again just to go and do these. You have to go back to your homeland to do them, so yeah, they're important. Next, Will World or PvP, you get experience for doing this. Also, the Will World area contains skill points. Skill points was what I was going to go on to next. These are challenges that you have to complete. They look a bit like the hearts on the map. They get filled in when you completed them, These can range from just clicking an item in your inventory, and or doing a jumping puzzle, or fighting someone. Also, scouts are important. Make sure you check every single scout, because they list the next hearts you have to go to on your map. They're not just wasting your time, they actually show you where you need to go next, and they're very useful. And lastly, just don't go over an aim to level, just enjoy the game. Like, just explore the world. That's what they want you to do in Guild Wars 2, and just have a good time. You get rewarded for exploring, so, and I've said that. Okay, so that was my quick start guide to Guild Wars 2. I hope it was helpful. I hope there were some things there that you didn't know, and I hope you can just get into the game and just automatically know what you need to do and just enjoy it. I can't wait for it. I've been Neon from EuGaming. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like. That'd be really helpful. We've got a lot of videos on our channel, a lot of Guild Wars 2 stuff coming up. Going to Gamescom soon. Look forward to that. So, thank you for watching. I've been Neon. Goodbye.